Hey, people. Listen, it's late Friday night, okay? This is the late train, okay? In a couple more hours, I could say the midnight train to Georgia. This the late train, people. But you know what? We're here. It's Friday night trending topics. I went to karaoke tonight, a girlfriend's birthday. It was a lot of fun. Nice to see the people hanging out, trying to sing a couple songs, do a little karaoke. Come on, y'all. I see y'all out there with the choo choo. Listen, guys, this Friday night Express Train is dedicated to Medea, Tyler Perry, because he wanted to tell the ladies where the single ladies at. Holla, single ladies, if you in the chat. He wanted to tell the single ladies, if the man love you and all he can do is pay your light bill, he's a good man and you need to stay and get with him. Why is it that the females, we always got to dumb ourselves down? You want us to wait outside the jailhouses, the shelters, go pick him up off the corner, dust him off, take him to the barbershop, clean him up, buy him clothes, love him. That's what you want us to do. But the man could get to have the woman of his dreams. But we got to dust them off, clean them up. And guess what? That still don't work. You better ask Kevin Hart first wife. She said she wrote the jokes for that brother. She stood by him when he had to go in the clubs and begged them to let him up on the stage. She stood by him when he had zero. Yes, this is live now, Ashley. We live. It's the late train. We live. She stood by him when he had nothing. And guess what? When he leveled up, he left her. Ask Michael Jordan first wife. Stood by him before he even got his NBA contract. Soon as he leveled up, guess what? Cheated on her. And now where's she at? Have you seen her? Has anybody seen Michael Jordan's first wife? We can name countless people that had took the man in when he had zero. Paid for them to go to law school, dental school, get their cosmetology license so they could open a barbershop. The woman was out there working 2-3 jobs so he could get his barbershop. He got his barbershop and the people started coming in. He started making all the money. Now she ain't good enough no more. We done been there, did that, Tyler Perry. So do me a favor, Tyler, who didn't even go marry his baby mama. Don't be telling us how we should get a man. We good. Come on now. That's right. Dwayne Wade left the first wife. Steve Harvey left the first wife. I mean, shout out to the first wives who tried to do what Tyler Perry said. Okay? Yeah. Build a man. We ain't doing no build a man. Come on now. We're not doing that, Steve. We good. I mean, not Steve. Tyler Perry, we good. Let me bring the people in the building, okay? I thank all the Bob the Builder women for their service. Come on now, baby queen. I'm not doing it. No. Let me load this train up, people. Can I get a what out there? Y'all know, because he got me fired up. He got me so fired up, I had to do a late train, okay? And we get on, he'll leave your... Q, you trying to, oh my God, you derailing the train and I ain't even pull out the station left. But I mean, you gonna tell the truth and shame the devil. Fix a man. I ain't doing all that. Thank you, best type, BK. Okay, because what I need a what? Choo-choo! All aboard, everybody. It is Friday night. It's the late train, and we're going to pull the people in the building, okay? Hey, Roya.
Listen, Auntie, as long as he can keep your ring light running, there should be no issue, right?
Yeah. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Tyler Perry can stop. what killed me? He is for his generation. He's a first generation rich person, right?
Mm-hmm.
They always kill me. Once they get money, they have the answer to everything. They want to get up in somebody's face. Oh, you know how you don't stay broke? You got to do this. Oh, you know how you get a man, a good man? You got to do this. Does he have a wife? Last time I checked, no. Did he marry his baby mama? Last time I checked, no.
Diva, the real question is, has he been someone else's wife?
Ooh. How you doing?
Now we gonna
Diva.
take the train.
Diva, wait a minute, hold on, Diva. When you said he wants us to take a piece of a man, look, the college kid said,
come on now. I see people trying to get on the train, y'all. The train is packed. But I do appreciate y'all trying to get on. Now let's just hear out of his own mouth, and then we're gonna have a discussion because I cannot with him. Okay. And at first I was gonna bring Tyler Perry to court. Going to have a whole court session on him, but instead I decided to have a State of the Union. We having a town hall meeting. And single ladies, get your pencils and your pad, because we about to help you out. Don't let no man tell you how to get a man, because let me tell you this. I don't care if you got how many teeth we get when we born. Like, I don't care if you have all 32 of your teeth or you only got 10. I don't care if your hair is long or your hair is short or if you bald. Okay, I don't care if you're cute or you're not so cute. Let me tell you this one thing for a fact. Females, we know how to get a man. I don't care. Any female out there, they know how to get a man. Most of them single because they just don't want any man. But let's be clear, people. We know how to get a man. And we know how to keep him too. And it's just that simple. And I don't care what you look like. I don't care your education level. Every female out there knows how to get a man. All of us. Get out of here with the nonsense. Miss me with the trash. Now, let me share this screen. We got to get into this. Here go the
like button, people. Hit that like button.
Hit the like button. Yeah, come on, let's hear this. Let's hear this nonsense.
If that man works, at whatever job, and is a good man, and is good to you, and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can, because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you.
Yeah.
That's somebody who came to love you at your worth, right?
Yes.
And as long as he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill. As long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you can have the light bill, baby, you can take me to dinner every now and then. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But that's so hard for a lot of people to take in, because that means, no, I need somebody who is they need to make 5 times more, and I got to have go on, keep your list, baby.
Yeah.
God bless you. Hope it happens. Go on, keep your list. But when you talk about just someone to love you and support you, I know people whose men can't touch what they make. But when you see them together, that love, that support, that I got you, babe, it's a beautiful thing.
So Tyler, are you coming to the project near you and getting you a female? That's what you're gonna do? You said God bless us with our list. God can cure cancer, part the Red Sea, but he can't give us a good man.
Turn water into wine.
Turn water, come on, in my opinion. Turn water into wine. But he can't give us a good man. He would say, God bless us. Are you kidding me right now? So instead of him doing a seminar to show these men how to level up, he telling us we got to look down below. And the best he got, he said, if you paying the mortgage, you paying everything else. If that man could pay the light bill and he loves you, come on, raise the dead. Come on now. Come on. That's what God can do. But we can't get a good man from God. Is he kidding me right now? If that man could pay the light bill, and he said take you out every now and then.
But Diva, here's the thing with that.
But wait, hold on 1 second. Yeah. Can we get Uber Eats in between? Well, I mean, every now and then he got to take you outside the house. Yeah, he delusional. Let me tell you this, and I'm gonna go around and talk to everybody. I'll interject every now and then. Let me tell you this. First of all, if I'm over here doing everything good by myself, and now you come into my life, I'm gonna ask you what's love got to do with it when all you got for me is a light bill and some loving. I pass. Because now you coming in here, all you can do is help pay the light bill. But now that you came, instead of me getting one piece of chicken from the shop, right, the supermarket, I got to get 2 pieces because I got to feed you. Okay? Instead of my water bill being $10, now you taking long extra showers because you living in a life of luxury, and now the water bill $200, and all you got is the light bill. Tyler Perry, go sit down with the foolery somewhere. Right now, before when I was going on vacation, I sat in the first class. Now I got you here, and now we got to go sit back and coach. When I don't work my way up from it, there ain't nothing wrong with coach. I'm just saying I work my way up from it. But now you here, and I got to go back over there. Okay, now you want to know why I'm buying the shoe, and did I buy you anything when I was there? No, sir. No, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. Keep your light bill money over there with whomever is going to listen to Tyler Perry and his rhetoric. Guess what? I'm going to keep my list. And I'm going to keep praying to God, honey.
Come on, the Sierra. Look, you got to pray the Sierra prayer. You got to pray the Sierra.
Pray the Sierra prayer, okay? God out here curing cancer. and I can't answer for a man that's equally yoked with me. Now, let me tell you, see, this is the foolery when they get that money. They want to look at us and talk stupid to us. Like we woke up yesterday. I'm going to show one more thing, and then we're going to go around and talk to the people. That whole thing pissed me off. I said, this is just stupid. It's just real stupid. Now, this ain't Diva making nothing up. Let me show you a little survey they did. It says men get stressed when their wives make more money than they do. They get stressed. And guess what? The wife gets stressed too, because they be stressing the wife out. Why'd you buy those shoes? Because I got the money. So it says the number of women who are the primary breadwinners in their families is on the rise. According to a 2018 research from the U.S. Census Bureau, in 1 in 4 heterosexual married couples, women make more than their male partners. But a new study from the University of Bath suggests that this trend is impacting male partners' mental health. Why would I get with you and you can only pay the light bill, and now I'm messing with your mental health? I don't want to do that. Okay, I want to cause no problems. Okay, it says the study examined 6,000 American heterosexual married couples over the course of 15 years. So they didn't play no games with this survey. They did it for 15 years to see how this shift has impacted people's physical and mental health, life, satisfaction, and relationships. They found that men felt the most anxious when they were the sole breadwinners in the family. So guess what? We came along and gave that brother some help because they was anxious when they was the only one paying all the bills. So we say we came along and gave them some help. And he said, and the least stress when their woman partners were contributing 40% to the household. So the man said, I got 60 on it. If you got 40 on it, we good. We good. So we came and we give our 40, and then we go over there and mind our business. But as women made more money past that point, men become increasingly uncomfortable and stressed according to the findings. Now, you want to get with some low-budget man and stress him out? Warrior, your thoughts on Medea? And I'm going to say, what's love got to do with it?
Child, one thing that bothers me is when people try to give advice that they don't take themselves.
Oh.
For example, Steve Harvey. Mm-hmm. What advice did you take from Act Like a Woman and Think Like a Man? Tyler Perry, before you could advise someone else to get with someone maybe you should look at yourself. You know, are you truly happy with just yourself? Are you hiding who you're with and not revealing it to the public? You know, would you get with someone who can just pay, you know, the light bill, the phone bill, buy some water for the house? Would you do that? You know, for Tyler Perry to be raising a son, and this is the mentality that you're teaching your son, that it's okay just to pay the light bill and she can take care of everything else, problematic for me.
Problematic.
You know, to me, in a relationship, my opinion, I think things to be shared mutually. Things should be split down the middle 50-50. We are two individuals coming together to make one. That's 50% of one individual and 50% of another individual to make a whole individual. So if we're splitting ourselves 50-50, why shouldn't everything else be split 50-50? All the hustles out here in America. You get on YouTube, you can DoorDash, you can Uber Eats, you get a job at the mall, you can go down to social services, you can go on government assistance, everything that is available. And just paying the light bill should be good enough for us. Shame, Tyler Perry, that you are lowering our standards even more for our women and for our Black men, most importantly, to just think that it's okay just to pay the light bill. Shame.
You wouldn't do a seminar to tell them how to level up? And wait, are you didn't even name Netflix in there? Can they play the Netflix bill? No, they just gotta pay a light bill.
A light bill.
And take you out every now and then. That's what he said, every now and then. But if they love you, child, I could love this stranger for 2.2 seconds and let him go home and I'll go home. Get out of here. No light bill. I cannot smoke. Your thoughts?
Well, Diva, I just want to bring up a point. You said, why isn't Tyler Perry doing a seminar on how the men should be men? It's like, has Tyler Perry ever come to that conclusion himself? Because it seems like he's confused and conflicted about who he is and who he really wants to be. So I don't think he's in any position to lead any man and tell them how they should be with Black women. And here's the thing that I don't understand. For someone who does not have a relationship to show for, but has a baby on their hip, he has a lot of nerve telling people what to settle for and what not to. Well, sir, why don't you settle for being your true, authentic self that we've been seeing for the past 20 to 30 years? Clearly, we are all privy to something that you are still trying to convince yourself we don't see. So I just wish that we would just speak highly for each other. And here's the thing. Nobody wants, I don't want to say nobody, but you want to be with somebody that has aspirations and goals beyond the norm. So that way, when y'all come together, it's not like I complete him, she completes me. We are at 100% before we meet and we choose to be with each other. Oh, I'm thinking about doing this. Go ahead, babe. I'm behind you 100%. But the fact that, and I'll say specifically for the Black community where I see a lot is just like, oh, well, what if they're a good man? That's fine. They could be a good man. They just may not be for me. And the thing is, we have to stop worrying about these norms of like being in our 20s, 30s, and 40s, being like, oh, well, you're hitting this age, you don't have a child yet, or you need to have the white picket fence. This is like, happiness does not have to be what society dictates to us. You create that for yourself. So the moment that we start living for what makes us truly happy, we will attract the things that are meant for us versus what other people are telling us to. So I'm gonna say for the Black men, the Black women, the Black aliens, and everything in between, do not settle for somebody. If you feel like there's something more, hold out on it, do that work, love yourself, and you will attract the thing that your heart desires the most. But do not listen to these billionaire fools who live in secluded areas where you can't see what they're doing in the thick of night with whomever, telling you what relationships or who to be with or how to do it. That's all I got to say. I yield back my time to Conductor Diva.
I appreciate you. And I'm going to just throw in some little tidbits. You know, when Robin Williams, rest his soul, rest in peace. You know, when he met his first wife, he was broke, a would-be actor. Soon as he became a celebrity, cheated on her and left her. No, we tried that. We tried to help raise them up. And then when they get raised up, they leave us. No, you go somewhere else with your light bill money. Go help your mama pay her light bill, not me. In my opinion, your thoughts?
Well, first of all, I don't condone the struggle love. I don't. Like, if you got a struggle, you might as well be by yourself. I'm gonna tell you like the Bible tell you, okay? Faith without works is dead. So, baby, if you ain't got it through yet, okay, and you meeting me and all you can pay is a piece of a power bill, baby, your faith and your works is all dead, okay? I need you to work on all that. Get it together, okay? Because first of all, you got to come correct, okay? And not you paying the light bill, okay? You gonna come in my house and run the light bill up a little more and every other bill up, and you all you got is the light bill? No, I'm gonna need you to have a mortgage payment because last time I checked, the mortgage company don't take no love for a payment. It don't take a I'm in love for a payment. No, don't set yourself up for a failure. Okay? Yeah. Set yourself up for the come up. Let me tell you something. If the man can't come in there and meet you halfway, if he can't alleviate your problems, okay? And when I say alleviate, you can take care of yourself, but that man come in and he take care of at least half. If he can't take care of half, leave that man right where he is.
No, how about they want us to be all kind? They want us to be superheroes. They want us to
that ain't gonna happen. Right. You got to get up off your behind and go to work just like I do. You got to get off your behind and make money so this money can come in so you can take care of me or we can take care of each other because we got to see each other halfway. I'm telling you, I'm not for this struggle love. Okay. He want us to go below the bus driver. Okay. Because if all you can pay is the power bill, you working at McDonald's somewhere. And if you working at McDonald's, I'm not saying nothing wrong with McDonald's, but if you working at McDonald's, you looking for somebody that's a little lower than where I'm at. Okay. I'm gonna need you to go find them because I'm not going to Applebee's and paying two for $25 just to have a little night. No. Yeah. I'm good.
Listen, here's the thing. I honestly, I'm not even one where I particularly care about your actual job, right? You working, you happy, you doing your thing. I'm okay. But when you want to sit there and tell me that the best that can happen is they're paying my light bill and I'm paying the mortgage and everything else. First of all, you know what? A long time ago, before a man would even come to your father and ask for your hand in marriage, they came with a plan. They was letting your father know, I want to ask your daughter for her hand in marriage, but you know what? I finished school. I'm about to get this job. I put money down on the house for her, or we got our apartment. I got this. Your daughter ain't going to starve. She going to be good with me. I'm going to do right by your daughter. Not, hi, I want your daughter's hand in marriage. She need to buy the ring. She got to get the mortgage. She got to pay for all the groceries. Where they do that at? Where? Q, your thoughts. And before I come to you, Q, this is just facts here. Johnny Depp is another one. When he met his first wife, she was an artist. Soon as he got the cash, he got 21 Jump Street, Edward Scissorhands, all of that. The first wife was a dunzo. No, we be doing our thing with these people. And then they level up and buy. Q, your thoughts?
Let me begin by saying, ciao. All right, so 3 points I want to make here real quick. Number one, and the men in here and the men in the chat and those who identify as men, whatever, they can vouch for me on this. Very few of them are listening to women celebrities, whether it's Oprah, Angela Bassett, it doesn't, Queen Ava, whoever, Beyonce. They are not listening to women celebrities for advice on what they should accept from women. So I hate that this is even normalized, that these men who have lived their lives raggedy feel like they can tell us what to do. And then to add on to that, you are not going to hear from George Clooney or Mark Zuckerberg or even Trump telling their women to be with somebody who is only going to be willing to pay the cheapest of the utility bills. You will not hear it.
You
so
speaking
now what
facts.
then does that say about some deep rooted issues that this man might have towards Black women? Why do you want me to accept that? That's what I want to know.
Come on
Why
now.
do you want me to accept that? Donald Trump will say, you know, grab him by the pussy and all this kind of dumb stuff. This is not to advocate for him. I'm just trying to use.
I know what you're saying. No, you fine.
Of a deplorable person that even somebody like that, a white man, is not going to part his lips to suggest that his daughters or any woman that he cares about, they're not going to say, well, if he will at least pay that. I don't know where y'all live, but the light bill is not even $100. It might be 60 or 70. So you're telling me I need to accept $60 or $70.
Come on now.
When you doing good if your rent is under $2,000 these
Woo!
days.
Come on now.
And that's what you want me to do? So that is the him. There's something else going on with that. And who was he being interviewed with? Because I don't appreciate how they were co-signing it.
Come on. Woo! I didn't even want to get on that sister like that, but you better talk.
Because that should have been checked. Absolutely not. And if a man is in a position where all he can do is $60 or $70 over the course of 30 days for the woman that he is with, he probably don't need to be with nobody.
Woo!
But that's a whole nother conversation.
You better tell it though.
He has some other things he needs to work on.
You better tell it. I've known men that said, I'm not ready. They would tell their woman they're not ready to be in a relationship with you right now and get done what that female wanted because they didn't have their financial and their work life together. And that's mad respect right there. Mad respect. No, one guy that told my girlfriend, he said, I'm not even ready. I love you. Said, I love you, but I'm not ready. Because as a man, I don't feel good myself right now because I'm not where I want to be. So would Tyler Perry tell his sister or his mother that?
Right.
Would he? Just love, that's it. Just love. This man love you. He a good man. And he's gonna sit there and say, I know plenty of people that they make way more than their male partner. And they're very happy. That's the only people know they're happy. But are those people married? I know some men. And I'm not saying nothing we ever say here is all, everybody. But I know some men, they have significant issues. Even though their words that come out their mouth say they do not, they have significant issues when the female makes more money than them. They will verbalize that they don't, but all their actions will tell you that they do. Did you have to buy those shoes? Do you really need to go there? You bought something else today? Can we go to a different restaurant? I'm good.
Well, Diva, you got to realize in his movies and in his TV shows, all the Black women do is struggle in them. So
struggle. Felicia, your thoughts?
Again, everybody, so good to be on. When I reflect on Mr. Perry's beginnings, from what I've read and what we've been told, he used to sleep in his car. He was lonely and depressed. He didn't have food. He didn't have water. He didn't have a good home life. He didn't get to acquire a quality education.
Come on, talk. Let me sit up.
But he was able to find a way to kind of work through some of those issues through writing. So what I'm saying is he didn't have the resources to go sit into a licensed therapist chair, work out the traumas of his own childhood. So he begins to write, and his writings then translate to a form of medium that he can share with an audience. And the majority of Mr. Perry's audiences have been women.
Oh, shoot. Come on, talk.
I don't recall anyone ever telling me that the price of a ticket was the equivalent to maybe a light bill, or you could show your light bill and get in for free, or if the church was going, the church was giving free tickets. Perhaps those things did happen, but I never recall anyone saying that. But I know consistently in my group of people and people I came across, it was working Black women who would put their money together, go and be entertained and support this man's work.
Come on now. You better talk, Felicia. Let me just add this. I want you to keep talking, but let me add this. And most females would have to, in some way, shape, or form, I'm not saying in a bad way, drag their man. Come on, I want to see this Tyler Perry play. And because the man loved the female, he'd be like, all right, I'll go. Exactly. But go ahead. So
he builds this incredible audience. Phenomenal following of love and support from women who predominantly are raising children alone, holding down 2 or 3 jobs, going to school, but loving what he's giving them, which is laughter and joy and hope. And I hear this piece of an interview. I keep hoping that it wasn't delivered in the manner that most of us have received it. I was already still haven't gotten over Iyanla's piece with the bus driver. But when I think about what she said about the bus driver, she was way up on criteria, because at least the bus driver got benefits. He's got a place he goes to every day to support his family. He's bringing in most places, a nice income. Okay.
Overtime. Come on now.
Overtime. That's right.
They making money. Come on now.
It's an honorable job. It's a respectable job. It can move through and take you up to where you can easily earn 6-8 figures with education.
You better talk.
And we were angry. At least most of the folks like, Iyanla, how were you talking to this sister? An established, credible journalist. She went off to law school. She told you what her issues were with attracting someone that, as you so beautifully put it, that you could be yoked to, that you could build with.
Come on now.
Okay. I was disappointed. I was like, Iyanla, how did you get here after all the work that you've done? And now I have this Hollywood executive who's always allegedly promoted women and Black men. He named in this studio this, and that. And he has now collected and earned enough money to tell his supporters that, listen, if he's secure in himself and he loves you and he takes you out every now and then and he pays the light bill, what's the problem? Now, the reason I think he said the light bill is because I don't know across the country, but I know on the East Coast, if you pay the light bill, you're establishing residency. It's a legal document that says, this is where I live. This is where I contributed. This is what the court is going to acknowledge as a legal document that says you live at this place. This is your residence. And like someone said previously on this panel, so he is now undermining verbally and upfront how he has felt all along about Black women.
Come on now.
The people who picked him up out of that gutter, beat down car when you had no food and no water, who put their pennies, their dollars, their credit cards together to come and support you and your career.
Come on.
Flood
to the theaters for that Madea plays, movies. Flood to the theaters for the Madea plays. Flood to the theaters. Supported him wherever he went. And now you want to tell us to get a man that can't take to the very show or even the movie that you put out. hey, that man ain't even gonna be able to pay for the streaming system that it may come on later. Because you told him, you encouraging him to only be able to come to the table and pay a light bill.
But he also says, and for those of you who think you can do better, good luck with that.
Woo! That part right there, it tore my soul.
Yeah.
It tore my soul. He said, God bless you. And my thing is, God bless you.
Mm-hmm.
We can trust God for everything. But now if I just trust God, if I want to trust God for a man that I'm equally yoked with, you going to tell me God bless you like God can't do that? Are you kidding me right now?
No, he's showing us who he really is. And when I think about his minimal education, I'm like, oh, okay. So you in these streets and you never came out of the street.
Come on now.
Your head is full of gutter thoughts and opinions. Mm-hmm. You don't value the women who have been in your life. I hope Oprah and Gail return the car. Show me you got some dignity.
You buying cars for females that you're not even in a relationship with, but you telling us little people, he had a lot of subliminal messages in those words that he said. You telling y'all little people, get with that man that ain't got nothing, but you giving people that you are not even sleeping with, not your wife, not your sister, not your mother. You
multi-millionaires.
Come on. That got it. You get these expensive cars, but you gonna look at us and tell us if he could pay the light bill, girl, what you waiting on?
I'm disappointed.
Disappointed. I'm glad that's the right word. Thank you. I appreciate that. I like that. Disappointed. Disappointed. Thank you, Felicia. I mean, I don't even want to, because see, a lot of times when people interview celebrities, respectfully, I'm gonna say they lose their train of thought because they're so what is the word? Because a celebrity is sitting in front of them. But see, my facial expressions tell a lie. Starstruck. Thank you, Smoke. I would have been sitting there like, what? What? God has said mustard seed faith. You want to preach God, but then at the second note out your mouth, you're going to say, God bless you with your list. God bless me with my list. Okay. Julius, your thoughts?
Telling you God is sending me a message to wait, that my future man is out here and it's his time when he comes. Telling you. I had this conversation with my aunt earlier. Now, she's from Mississippi, you know. We talked about the Bible. Now, she may not agree with marriage equality. You know, I do, but that's fine. But the main point that I took from her message is that marriage is like a covenant. You just, it's what you feel. You just don't go after a person for like lust, convenience, or just to have somebody to say you love them. And the thing is, when I was watching his video, I am a gay man. I felt like he was talking to me. I said, first and foremost, fool, come out the closet already.
Well, let's not do that because we don't know. I don't want to do that.
Well,
yeah,
allegedly. Mm-hmm. We're going to leave it at that. Allegedly. Because it's 2023.
Mm-hmm.
You want to give me and countless others relationship advice. I'm sorry, but for my temple and the way that I was brought up and the example that I had, ain't no man who is not of goodwill even gonna attempt to have my attention unless he has his table in ordered a significant point and shows it. Because if I'm reorganizing, regrouping, and getting my own inner individual table in order and prepping myself to show it, I expect the same and then some in return.
Mm-hmm.
And I always say, I refuse to be someone's caretaker. No, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You are not my parent. You are not my family. No. I need to see that you can contribute to the household because I'm not going to be the sole one doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I was not raised that way. And even though I may not like Ariana Grande, I will use the saying, thank you next, and keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say this to all the young ones coming up after me. It is okay to be picky and choosy. Because Aaliyah remade the song for a reason. Choosy lover. If y'all listen to it, she was saying it is okay. Okay. To be a choosy lover. Never settle even below the bare minimum for less. And I yield back.
Thank you so much, Janie. So what he's saying is, we as Black women, queens, do not deserve the best that God has to offer. You better talk about it. I'm more hurt / disappointed than angry. I'm a mixture of all of the above. I hear you though, right? We always got to be dumbed down to just the lowest piece of human being on the earth. Like we just don't deserve anything. They rise up to the top. The top breaks them down. We open our doors. Come on, we got you, right? I mean, what next? What more do you want from us? I don't get it. Don't worry, Leah. I'm short too. I'm only 5 feet tall. That's where everywhere I go, I wear a lot of heels. Yeah, he got them a Bentley. But he want us to open our doors to the man that can't even bring no biscuit or nothing in it. A light bill. And if he love you, there's a lot of people that been in love and got broken up. Now let me do the flip side of this. I'm with my man, whether he's paying 60, 50, or 100% of it. Something go down and the tables turn because something happened to him, lost his job or whatever. I got your back all day long. I'm going to put 100 on it. But you coming through the door? No. I didn't sign up to be a counselor, a teacher, not a motivator 100% of the time. No, you got to come to the table with something. In my opinion, did I come to you already? Okay, Denzel, you're up.
Listen, I like, excuse me. Listen, I like Tyler Perry. I'm a fan of Tyler Perry. But when I heard that, I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So he's trying to say that Black women should accept that? Like, come on. Like, come on. Just a light bill. Just the light bill. That's it. No. If this is the thing, if a man wants to be in a relationship with a woman, he needs to help her with her bills, not just the light bill. You know, especially if he's living with her. Yeah, he needs to help her with the bills, 50-50, but not just the light bill. All right. So, I like Tyler Perry, and I'm a fan of Tyler Perry, but I'm giving him the side eye because I don't agree with what he said, and he should not be giving advice to people, a relationship advice, if he's not taking his own advice. That same thing with what is his name? Steve Harvey. Same thing with Steve Harvey with what was it? Think like a woman,
act like a man.
Right.
Yeah,
and doing a movie, and giving people relationship advice, but he ain't taking his own advice. Like, you can't give people advice and then you not give it. You can't give people advice if you're not doing that yourself, especially the wrong advice. That's not good. And you know what? I think he's losing his fan base too if he doesn't get it together. If he don't get it together, he's gonna lose more. He's gonna lose more people in his fan base because he needs to understand that. Okay, if he thinks like that, well, how is that man gonna afford to come to one of his shows? Right? And the way he's thinking, how is that man is gonna take care of his woman, taking her out to eat?
How does that man take care of self?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
1 second, Denzel. So now, Julius can't say something about it, but we can discuss Drew and Candy's sexuality. What? Here's the thing. Drew and Candy are on a reality show. Candy has brought up her threesome, foursomes, or whatever. That's why it's open for discussion. Drew and the whole situation about kiss a girl, not kiss a girl was all on the reality show. That's why it was up for discussion. But what's not up for discussion is somebody didn't clearly come out and say who, what, or whatever. I don't want to do that. And I'm not going to do that. So a lot of conversations that happen around the reality shows is based upon what happened on that particular show, that particular night. That's why I call it a recap. But if you go back to any recap I ever done, I don't put 20 on 10. I will always say, but they said out of their own mouth, XYZ. So that's the thing here with Tyler Perry. And I really want to stick to what came out of his own mouth that I just played. The discussion of him telling us females what we need to settle for. The discussion of him trying to tell people how to have a relationship, and I don't know if he's in a relationship. The discussion of him telling us to lower ourselves down, but I know for a fact the woman that had his child didn't make and have the money that he had, because there's really people do. He's part of the 1%. Did he marry her though? No, you didn't marry her, because just in case you had to divorce her, you didn't want her coming at that empire. But you telling us just because our empire is not in the billions, that don't mean that this chick don't have one. Check out Shirley Strawberry. She leveled down. Look at the mess she's in now. Check out Phaedra. Respectfully, I'm having this conversation. She leveled down. Look at the mess she went through. They say a lot of times, like, you cannot expect to hang with people that got nothing to lose and you got everything to lose and think they're going to make sure you don't lose what you got. Look at T.I.'s son. He's hanging out with people that ain't got nothing to lose. They in the streets acting a fool. He's acting a fool with them. He's going to lose everything. When you have parents that are starting way ahead of the 8 ball, and you dragging yourself behind the 8 ball, that's just insanity. So you want a female that did everything. That person, when she making that type of money, she didn't blink her eyes and wake up and started making that type of money. Chick probably went to school. Even if she didn't, she probably worked her way up. She worked hard to make that come up. And you want her to turn around and just because somebody say, I love you, and they're able to pay the light bill. I mean, you talking about standards. There is none. Because my kid working at Starbucks can pay the light bill. So you talking zero standards. And why is it that we the only ones that have to do that? The minute a man makes a nickel, dollar, dime, you think they leveling down? They not. They not at all. Now, Denzel, finish your words. I'm sorry. I just wanted to clear that up. Oh,
no, I agree with you. I agree with you on that. Yeah, so what he said was wrong, and what he need to understand that it is women that support him and support his shows and movies. So, Tyler Perry, he was wrong for that. And other people might disagree, but I don't agree what he said because, light bills are high. Bills are high. So, he needs to get his facts straight. And like you said, Diva, I agree with you said. Once that woman is helping them out, and then once they help them out, they out the door, and it's like, oh, okay, really, okay. So you really didn't love her then? Okay, you using her. That's not right. And one more thing, Diva. I'm like I said, I like Tyler Perry, and I am a fan of him, but I'm very disappointed. Very disappointed.
Yeah,
disappointed. Yeah, I'm very disappointed in him, and that's it. And that's all, Diva.
Come on, Sasuke. Bill Gates' ex-wife leveled down and was divorced with her level down man in a year. Stay in your lane. I'm trying to tell you, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. It's sad that society devalues. Come on, that's this part right here. Devalues Black women as it is. And Tyler Perry comments are contributing to this awful ideology. I agree with you. 100%. Tight Natural, you're up. And then Carrie, I'm coming to you.
I agree with a lot of what everyone was saying. I was trying to write some notes because, first of all, sound bites. I read a little bit, not read a little bit, but just read caption. Mm-hmm. Hearing it as you played it, very double tongue in what he was saying because paying any utility bill is not, as he was starting out saying that, and then at the end I heard him say a man making 5 times more than you or even 3 times more than you, that's you can't measure that at all. Mm-hmm. So I don't that part. Mm-hmm. Why would a man want to just give you that part of him and not more?
Come on now.
And why would you accept it? I know for myself, my father, my parents, it'd be a slap in my father's face to raise me the way he raised me. Mm-hmm. And I would accept something like that. It makes me think him being in the position that he is in, mm-hmm. being polarized as he is in, and to say that, and I don't know what he said before that, what the whole context was, but just what he said, mm-hmm. who was that for? I believe it was for us as Black people, Black women, mm-hmm. 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 to accept that not just for us as women. I think it's even more so for our Black men to just not to strive. Mm-hmm. So that seems like that's an agenda that he's pushing. Ooh. Why? And who is putting that in his lap and mm-hmm. he's accepting it? I don't know. But that's what that sounds and looks like to me. Yeah, very double-tongued in what he was saying. Mm-hmm. And one of the other women here on the panel brought the fact up that he built his platform on Black women. Mm-hmm. So that's really how you feel about Black women. Mm-hmm. I'm a whole woman. Mm-hmm. 100% is what I give. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to take 50% and let alone one electric bill, especially when I know that life happens. You're going to need a whole lot more from me at a time and all you giving to me is a utility bill? Absolutely not. So yeah, I think it's an agenda that he's pushing. I would not be surprised that others will get on that as well. So yeah.
What's interesting is I will say this about Steve. Now, when I heard him talk to females about men, you know, he did say you want a man to come to you with something. You want a man to come to you with a plan. But it's interesting that every time Steve Harvey played matchmaker, and I'm flipping guys for a minute here, you know, those relationships ended up in tragedy, so to speak. Allegedly, he introduced Cynthia Bailey to Mike Hill.
Sure did.
Allegedly, even though he's trying to deny it now, he introduced Shirley Strawberry to Ernesto.
Yeah. Well, you're also looking at two different men.
Absolutely.
Man behind the door, and life happens, and you know, stuff happens. But the man also who is making money, that's a business. So did he really write was there a you know, did he write it? Was it someone who helped him write it? Did he really believe in all of that? Yeah, he speaks the game, but we don't see him walking it.
Right.
So
listen, it's a lot. Where am I at? I'll come to you after Emmanuel, Carrie. Emmanuel, you're up.
You can hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. Well, so I don't agree that a man should help pay the bills and the expenses. I think a man should pay it all by themselves, because the man's supposed to be the provider. He needs to take care of his woman. So I'm confused why Tyler would say get someone who can help you with a bill. However, I do believe that there is a conversation that needs to be had, which maybe Tyler was thinking of this. I don't know. But there are some women in today's day and age who will straight up say, I'm not getting with a man unless he's 6 feet tall and he has a 6-figure salary, which that's actually less than 10% of the population. So there is a difference between a woman settling for a bum, but also saying, I'm not going to settle for a man who it's not just about paying the bills, but they want him to buy her some red bottoms. So I also do feel like that is something important. Like we saw Ebony, who said she would not date a bus driver without even thinking if he could pay the bills or not. So in that aspect, I do believe that, I don't want to say lower their standards, but they should be a little bit more realistic. But again, like I said, I do think a man should be paying for the bills and taking care of the household.
So, you know, the conversation can go many ways, right? And I'm gonna get ready to come to you, Carrie. Give me 1 second. The conversation could go many ways, and you know, in my life, and I think I said it before many times on here. I don't know that situation that Tyler Perry is talking about, because Emmanuel, I experienced exactly what you said. Live my best life in my world. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I don't get it. And I never, and even the men in my family, I would never understand who would want to do that. Who would want to show up and live somewhere and only pay a light bill? But like I said, if we together, I love you, you love me, and all's been going well, and something happens, I'm not going to trade you out, switch you out, because now you cannot pay for everything. No, I'm going to pick up my bootstraps and I'm going to pay this stuff off because I know what you did for me. You understand what I'm trying to say? But you're not walking through the door and all you got for me is some good loving and $56 for a bill. No, I'm not doing that. And like I told you, I ran into, but this is my own personal experience. I'm not saying that I know there's stuff to the left and the right. My own personal experience. The men I run into where I had more than enough, They said out their mouth it wasn't a problem, but their actions told me, and every now and then it slipped out their mouth that it was a problem.
Absolutely.
And I cut it off at the head. I didn't even turn, I didn't look back. Why can't you send your son to public school? Did you hear me ask you for a check? Did I ever ask you for mortgage money? Did you ever have to pay my car note? Did you ever hear me complain about money? So don't ask me why I bought a shoe, a sock, why I went on this vacation, did that, why my son go over here to this school or whatever the case may be, when you never in your life heard me get on the phone and ask you for a nickel, dollar, dime. And so did they want to give me a minute? I'll let you back in a minute. Don't make me feel bad about my blessings because it is not your blessing. Because I didn't wake up into this. I ain't had no trust fund. Nobody fed me this money. I went out there and did what I had to do. So listen, I don't mind dating you, but the problem is if you got a problem with it, then I'm not going to dumb myself down to make you feel okay with what I have. I'm not about to do that. I don't work for this. So if you're going to try to stress me out about my funds and how I'm spending it, then you got to go. And I know plenty that said out their mouth that they was okay. But then when they saw what I did in my lifestyle, they wasn't okay. Why do you go to Starbucks every day? Because I can. And I'm saying this respectfully. Because I can. You know you can make that at home. Yeah, I do. But I'm going to go over there and they're going to make it for me. It's my business. I'm not asking you for nothing. But don't try to stop and block everything that I'm doing because you're not comfortable with the way I spend my funds. We're not doing that. SL Will, thank you for the super chat. We support TP, whether it's good or bad. Black woman have lifted him up. Come on now. Don't bite the hand that feeds you by making ignorant comments. You better say that thing. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. They get up there with all this money and then they just say just nonsense. Don't even care what rhetoric that comes out their mouth and not understanding the responsibility they have with the platform that they have and the people that they are speaking to. You got to watch what you say out of your mouth. It's the fine print. Emmanuel, go ahead.
I just wanted to say that I'm really glad you mentioned that because, well, of course, let's just say, we're not talking about every man. There might be one or two who are different. But the majority of the time, you're right, Diva. When the woman is making more than a man, it's always going to hurt his ego and he's going to be sitting back hating on you. I'm telling you right now, yeah.
Yes. And I told you on this platform many times, my house is not big. How did you get that? When did you get that? What did you put down? Whoa. If you can't handle this, you got to go. And now you know what? I'm cutting it off. Yeah, he was an undercover hater. You better talk about that. I mean, telling me, and once you say something about the kid, you probably done anyway.
Amen.
You done. I ain't even hearing you after that. I'm not hearing you after that. Once you want to mention the kid, I'm done with you. I ain't got nothing else for you. I really don't. I may tolerate a little bit, but once you want to get in all that, why you do this? No, I'm done. And listen, I believe in balance. I said that before, right? I'm going to save every single dime so when I'm dead, somebody can spend it recklessly. No. Going on vacation with my money. No. I'm buying the bag that I want. Now, I save too. But I'm going to also live my life because whoever I leave, whatever I leave behind, you think they're going to be so cautious with my money? No, they're going to do what they want to do. And I'm going to do what I want to do with my funds while I'm here. Gary, what are your thoughts?
It's really hurtful. Like it's I don't understand it. And sometimes you don't want to believe that we're looked at that way. but to hear it come from, I don't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
If the only money that you have to pay is a light bill, I can get assistance from the government for that.
Come on now.
I'm just saying. I mean,
But
I
you
don't
better
need.
talk that talk. You better
I mean,
talk that talk.
I don't need it
Right. Mm-hmm.
because I work hard.
Mm-hmm.
But if I did, I can go to the government and get that.
Come on now.
They'll help me go to school,
Come on.
put gas in my car,
Come on.
give me daycare
Better
assistance.
talk.
And see, when I had my first son, I was
Mm-hmm.
a teenage mom,
Mm-hmm.
and my neither one of my parents are perfect, just like I'm not. Their marriage is not perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But my father believed, like he hated government assistance.
Mm-hmm.
Like your son has a father, and you should not have to have government assistance.
Right.
And one thing my dad said that always stuck out to me, because as women sometimes we can worry about certain things. He said, "I told your mother, you don't worry until I start worrying."
Woo! Come on now. Come on. Talk.
That's a word.
Yes, it is.
Factual word.
Amen.
Yes. Come
I
on,
will
y'all.
never ever forget that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it has been hard to, and that's the one and only thing that I always hang my hat on when I'm trying to sift through what's out here.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "You don't worry
Mm-hmm.
until I start worrying."
Woo! Come on now.
He said, "If I'm not worried, you don't need to worry."
Come on now.
So this foolishness that I don't understand it. I just I do not. It is so hurtful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't even raise my sons like that.
Come on now.
When my son first wanted to move out, they get a little grown,
Mm-hmm.
and they only moving because they think they just want to get down with the get down all night.
Mm-hmm.
I told my son, I said, "You're not mentally ready. You're not emotionally ready. And most of all, you're not financially ready.
Come on now.
How dare you take that girl out of her mother's home
Woo!
where she has a bed to sleep in. She has a roof over her head. She has food in the refrigerator. And you don't even have a bed for her to sleep in? You don't have furniture? You have a daughter? When he first had his first daughter and he had one job, but he was still hanging out all night, I said, if you can stay out all night, you can work 2 jobs.
Woo! Teach him. Teach him. Come on now.
I said, you got 2 weeks. Because he was still living at home. He was a teenager. He was a teenage father.
Uh-huh.
I said, you got 2 weeks. Minimum wage is not going to take care of your daughter.
Come on.
It will not. So I don't know what this foolishness that Tyler Perry is talking about. So who's going to put gas in the car?
Woo.
Who's going to buy the grocery?
Come on.
Who's going to pay the copay for dental work or prescription medication? Who's going to do all that? Forget our kids going to college.
Come on now.
Who's supposed to do all that?
Come on now.
So basically, you're saying you want me to take care of a grown man.
Oh, come on now. Come on, you talking.
I told my youngest son, and this is no slight, and I hope no one takes offense to what I'm saying. But this just let me not even apologize, because this is how I run my house. Oh, y'all can do what y'all want to do.
Come on now.
Oh shoot.
I said, he's 22. He doesn't live here anymore. I said, McDonald's and Burger King, that is not a job for an adult man. That's cool when you in high school. Unless you plan on becoming a GM. Like you got to have what is your plan? But if your plan is to just work there, no, sir, not in this house. And I also tell my children, you don't have to have a family to prepare for one. You don't have to have children.
Girl, come on,
you don't have to have children. You don't have to. And I'm telling them this. Yes, I'm a female. I'm just telling them this because these are things that I did not do.
You better talk, girlfriend.
These lessons are not gender specific.
Oh, come on.
But especially and I raised them by myself. I said, you don't have to have a family to prepare for one.
Ooh.
You don't have to have children to prepare for one.
Yes.
You don't even know if your kids are going to go to college. And if they decide they don't want to go, that's fine too. But now you have the money set aside to probably help them with their first house or their car, or the money is there. You can reallocate it wherever you want it to go. But you don't need a family to prepare for that. Forget generational wealth with this foolishness that Tyler Perry is talking, because it won't be none of that.
Come on, girl, talk. Oh my gosh. You better talk.
I don't need another dependent.
Girl, oh my gosh. Come on now, talk.
I am irritated. And you're right. I think one of the panelists said, like, she wouldn't be surprised if this was being repeated. Yeah, when I went up and down my timeline on YouTube, I heard this guy talking about Black women so bad. A Black guy. It's awful. Another thing my dad would do to teach us a lesson about what type of man that you need in your life. If we had a man, and just say, for the sake of conversation, we needed something. As long as we have a man, my dad has not given you one red cent.
That girl, you better talk. You talking old school now. You talking. Go ahead, talk.
No.
Yes.
I grew up in the country, right? So we had a fireplace. So my dad would chop wood. So one time my sister, I think it was my oldest sister, if she hear this, she'll laugh. I'm gonna say stuff I know I can say about my family, and they won't be firecracker mad with me. So my sister wanted some wood to take home because she had a fireplace. And of course, she was living with a guy. They weren't married. My father told her no. Now, this is the gag. He said, because he'll benefit from the heat, and I yield my time.
Woo! Come on, listen, you are smoking.
That's that knowledge right there. Nobody nowadays wants to take in.
Right, because you down here, you gonna take the wood. Where he at?
Come on now.
You know, and my dad, he said, y'all know how to pick them, don't
Why
you?
isn't his table in order?
Not only that, when my father was raising me, nobody else helped him to raise me. Every dime, nickel, or quarter, and food in my mouth and the shoes on my feet came from his hands.
That's right.
So if you're gonna take her away from here, you're gonna take care of her as well or better than what I've done.
Or leave her where she at.
If you can't do
That's
that,
right.
then leave her where she is.
That part.
I ain't asking you to take her away from here, but if you're gonna do it right. As a matter of fact, I can see you can't. So get on away from here.
Come on now.
Amen.
Let me say this also. I had a girlfriend one time, and I'm not saying that together a couple can be down and out, but how do you keep constantly calling me the single person, and that man is laying down in the bed next to you, and at the time I was working 2 jobs, and y'all home calling me on my second job, and can neither one of you get up off your behind and get the money that you missing and lacking? I said, don't call me no more. And now if it was just my girlfriend, like you said, I would have gave up the money. Your man is laying in the bed next to you. And y'all calling around the people to get money? Okay.
You better preach, Diva.
Not doing that. Not my money.
It's like
Not
I
on
said
my watch.
in the comments earlier. I will not accept anything less than God's best for me.
Come on now.
I will not. I learned from my father, my earthly father and my heavenly father. No.
You know, I'm going to pray and hope tonight that those who are truly disappointed and annoyed and angry will not contribute one more penny to those Perry Studios, a repeat of a Medea movement. This platform is very powerful. We see Steve Harvey coming from the mountaintop to come down to the gutter, the slums, to address these bottom-feeding Black bloggers. So something must be happening with his money. And I think Tyler needs to understand what it really means to be supported and loved by Black women. I am still boycotting Applebee's, and I am now boycotting anything associated with what he does until he cleans this up.
Absolutely.
Amen. Amen.
He need to clean it up. He need
clean it up.
And I get, let me say this. I partially a little bit understand the lady that was on the platform. Maybe she was just so in awe that, you know, Steve Harvey is here. I mean, Steve Harvey, Tyler Perry is here on my couch. But as a Black female, I would have been like, whoa, you got to explain that part to me. Explain that to me. Explain it to me a little better.
I celebrate her. I'm complete opposite. I thank God she let him speak.
So we can know who he is.
That's right.
He's one of her. She's one of his actresses. She plays on Zach and Fatima, that show called Zatima, whatever it is. So she's very familiar with Tyler Perry. She's been working with him on Sisters as well. So she's been around him and she knows how he operates. In my opinion, because she's around him and she knows how he operates, she agrees with the foolishness that he's putting out here because he helps to support and represent her.
Right.
Got you. That gives me more insight to that. We want to do, I appreciate y'all because it's late for me. I appreciate y'all for coming on this night train and having this discussion with me. Before you leave, Waya, give me 2 seconds. I really do, because it's a great conversation to have. And I really truly want to say this to the females out there. I don't care if you're single. I don't care how long you've been single. You never have to give in and give up. You better hold on and wait out, because the man above said, wait on him. Wait on him. He knows our desires. Wait on him. You don't have to dumb yourself down. You don't have to open the door to the foolery that be knocking. And when you know that something is not of you and for you, let it go. You're going to be okay. I let much nonsense go because I'm not falling into the nonsense. 60 seconds, Roya. Just close this thing out with your I'm gonna go around and give everybody their 60 seconds. What's your final words on this situation? And then I know you got to go, boo.
Final words and final thoughts. You just said it, Diva. The Lord has everything we need. All we need to do is be patient and wait and work on ourselves while we're waiting on him to bring what's for us. Secondly, stop listening to what people say and what people think. Do what you feel like is best for you. And if it doesn't work out, pick up the pieces, start all over again. We got one life to live. YOLO.
Okay, boo, love you. You know I do. We'll talk in the morning. All right. Smoke, your final words.
My final words are this. I think Tyler Perry should stick to what he knows best. Playing Mabel. Don't be giving out marriage advice, relationship advice when you're not even in union with anyone, especially the woman who gave birth to your child. That's all.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Julius, your final words?
It's in God's timing. This was revealed for a reason. And what I could take from it is, I'm not rushing God's time. I know He has that, just like all the other females are gonna know. I know I have that man out there waiting for me. It's just in God's time.
In God's time. I like that. I know that's right. In God's time. Felicia, your final words?
You know, I happen to have an incredible pastor. And one of the things he said to us some time ago was, stop limiting God to paying your rent.
Woo! Come on. Yes. I'm sorry.
You're going to add the light bill, your future partner, the car you want, the bag you want, the so-called job you want. I'm going to ask folks to just really be in love with where you are and what you want to do better. And stop believing all of these images that people present to you, and then you believe what they say to you, that's who they are. Tyler opened up and told us a whole bag of what he is. And I would not have been as disappointed if his rise to fame and fortune did not come off the backs of Black women. And I am really disappointed in him tonight.
Thank you, Felicia. I appreciate you. Emmanuel, your final words?
Well, I still like Tyler Perry because, I mean, he still is a self-made billionaire. So I don't want to take that away from him. But yeah, he needs to clear up what he said. And instead of telling women that they should be settling for bums, you should be telling men to improve themselves and to man up. So that's all I got to say.
Yeah, I 100%. 100%. Carrie, your final thoughts?
I just, this is advice that I use for myself, and I tell my children, don't listen to anyone. Yeah, true, Tyler Perry is a billionaire. Okay, yeah, everybody knows that. But why would you listen to someone who has not succeeded at what you're trying to do?
Woo!
I don't even know why he thinks at this point, now that I'm talking through it, he is delusional and narcissistic. For you to think that you can give any type of advice on something that you have never, I mean, when I say never done. Now, unless he hide his boo in the basement,
right?
Then you haven't succeeded at that. I wouldn't. I don't. I mean, we're commenting and expressing our disdain for what he said about us and how he has diminished us, and not only us, but Black men.
That's true.
So he I mean, literally, he threw the whole race under the bus.
Yeah, he did. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Come on now, talk.
And I think somebody said that on the panel that he has deduced Black men to paying a light bill.
That part. Now, come on, you right. I was so angry about what he said about us. I didn't really catch that. You right. You right.
I mean, he threw the whole race under the bus.
He left us all for dead.
Oh, right. Everybody. Women, y'all go out and work, and he'll stay here and do what? Knowing full well how talented we are, how capable we are, how enduring we are, how creative we are,
right?
As a people, how powerful we are,
right?
Good night and goodbye, Madea.
Carrie, thank you. Tight at you. Yeah.
To the sister that just spoke, that's why I say it's an agenda. It's as bad as in the 70s with welfare, and our Black men couldn't come into the home to be with their wife and their children. and then the breakdown. It's a different type. Backhanded to the man as well as it is right here. It's backhanded to the man that you can just be slothful. You can be just no good. Just give less than the minimum, and she can be right there by your side, toting the whole bag all the way, all the time. When she break down, she'll get back up and continue to hold the bag while you stand there and hold her purse. I know for some minds they may not see it, but I'm telling you, you're gonna, yeah, you're gonna see it eventually. He's not going to apologize. He may double down to a degree, but something else coming around the pike that's going to uphold what he said. So, I don't know who, but somebody put it in his lap. I don't know why exactly, but that is I'm gonna leave that right there. But here's the other thing: we need to have higher standards, and don't waver.
That part.
And you get what you ask for.
Absolutely.
Because if you waver with those standards, you're gonna get something much less than what you bargained for.
Right.
Just wait. Just wait.
Well, you really telling us don't have no standards because you said the light bill, and that's it. And he literally said out of his mouth, and you paying the mortgage, the this, the that, and then he added on it, and maybe he could take you out every now and then.
Yeah, and then he also said, what did he say? Something like, he got you. How he gonna have me? How? If you would help him lift himself up by going out there and doing it himself, that's how I can help you. You get yours first, and then you come on, double back. And when you have something to offer, you have something to bring. If you have something for me to come under and submit to you, because I'm going to be working with you, you don't even have anything that I would be submitting to. And then you're going to hand me $75.
He says so much. We can have a whole nother discussion on this another day. I'm gonna move on. Thank you, Tight Natural. Because I want to also say, he said, because his gifts are not your gifts, and your gifts are so great. Again, if we believe in the Heavenly Father, why does my gifts? Maybe I could help this brother realize his gifts, but you just saying, nah, he got the light bill. Q, your final thoughts.
I've enjoyed y'all so much. Thank you, panel and Diva, for all your comments on this. I was wondering, as y'all were talking about the lady, Warrior mentioned that he was talking to someone that he, and I'm putting this in air quotes, like help make in terms of their career.
Right.
I wonder if Oprah was on that couch, would he have fixed his mouth to say that to her? Would he have said that to Ava DuVernay? Would he reiterate that in an interview with Gayle? How would he say that to these women? Would he see them differently as women who are, in his same, what do you call it? His same tax bracket or whatever. And would he defend this on, like, let's say The View, or with white commentators? I also think not. I think that, just like someone suggested earlier, he knows his audience and he is talking to those same people who help make him his career. That is. So Yeah, I think he's being very deliberate with who he's delivering this message to.
Mm-hmm. And you let me say this, and this is, I'm saying respectfully, guys, right? I feel we can have this conversation, not for nothing, and I know he has money, Stedman, but he didn't have Oprah money. Did she marry Stedman?
Well, I heard that actually he's always had money.
I know I said he has money, but I said, did he have Oprah money? And all I'm saying is, did she marry him? So my thing is, he also mentioned he got friends that are in these situations and are very happy. He never mentioned that those friends were married to those men.
I think that's a lie.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
I felt like that was a lie too. I'm gonna be honest with you, but you know he said that, but he never said nothing about them marrying these particular individuals. In my opinion, your thoughts?
First of all, I want to say, Diva, thank you for doing this. I know this is out of your time zone, so thank you.
When I open, when I close.
Let me tell you something. First of all, if you believe in God, since he told us to keep praying about it, yes, you need to keep praying about it, because in the Bible it says, and this is Philippians chapter 4, verse 19, okay? This is what God says to you. He says he's going to give you everything you ask for, okay? Everything, all your blessings will be in according to his riches, okay? And so we all know God, he richer but beyond the means, because he created everything. So yes, you keep on praying to God. Don't take no doggone loser, okay? Let me tell you something. If all he can pay is the power bill, let him stay at his mama's house or his grandma's house, because that's got to be where he's staying at, because I don't know nowhere in America you can stay at and you don't pay no bills. So yeah, let him stay there where he at, okay? And then when he level up and actually become a man, then he can come looking for you again. But let me tell you, yeah, you keep on praying about it. And I ain't gonna take it as a deed, because I know my God power, okay? And my God can do amazing things. So yeah, and for you to be a God-fearing man, that was like a slap in the face to say that too. So yeah, you making me look at you all kind of sideways. I think Tyler Perry was wrong and out of pocket. And for you to say that we should take that and be happy with it. Because how can a man treat you right if he can't even take care of your basic necessities?
Basic. What's love got to do with it? Denzel, 60 seconds, because Diva got to go.
I know, right? Thank you for this topic, Diva. This was a good one. You know, listen, you know, Tyler Perry, he needs to teach men how to be real men and teach them how to treat women respectfully and have a good paying job, because what he said, it was not right. It was disrespectful, and he needs to get it together, because what he said wasn't right. And God will bless you, and he will bless you with the right person. So yeah, he was out of line, and that's it, and that's all, Diva. Love you, Diva, and love y'all.
Love you back. Thank you, everybody, for the conversation tonight. I truly appreciate y'all hopping on this train late, especially on a Friday night. I thank y'all for being here. I'll see y'all tomorrow if y'all want to join the train tomorrow. Much love. Listen, hang in there, ladies. You don't have to dumb yourself down to somebody that can only contribute $1 to your household. I'll see y'all later. Good night. Bye, y'all.
Love you, Divas. Love y'all. You have a blessed weekend. Bye.